the spider who sold the wind. Long ago, before the wind belonged to everyone, it moved as it pleased. It danced through forests, whispered secrets to the rivers, and cooled the backs of tired farmers under the burning sun. No one owned the wind, no one controlled it. Except one day the spider thought he could. Kwaku Anons was small in body but large in mind. His legs were thin, his web fragile, but his thoughts were sharper than a hunter's spear. From the shade of a baobab tree, he watched the villagers struggle as sudden gusts flattened their crops and wild storms overturned fishing canoes. While others complained, Anons smiled. He muttered, rubbing his legs together. If the wind causes trouble, then the wind must be valuable. Anons began to observe carefully. At night, he listened to the wind howl through the trees. At dawn, he watched it rise from the valleys. Soon, he learned something ancient and dangerous. The wind was alive and it loved praise, so Anons sang. Every evening he stood on a hill and flattered the wind with sweet words and clever songs. He called it strong. He called it beautiful. The wind, proud and curious, swirled closer each night to listen. When the time was right, Anons revealed his trick. He wove a web stronger than any before and placed beneath it a carved calabash sealed with charms. As the wind danced closer, laughing at Anons's songs, the spider snapped the lid shut. The wind was trapped. The world fell silent. No leaves moved, no clouds traveled. The air became heavy, hot, and still. Birds struggled to fly, and sweat rolled down the faces of the villagers. Then Anons appeared. "Fear not," he announced, standing proudly. "I have captured the wind. Those who need it may come to me." At first, the people were grateful. Farmers paid Anons for gentle breezes to cool their crops, but fishermen paid more for strong winds to push their boats across the sea. Anons released the wind in small bursts and collected cowries, yams, and praise. The spider grew rich. But greed is a hunger that never sleeps. Soon Anons raised his prices. Those without payment were denied wind. Children cried in the heat. Elders grew weak. The land itself seemed to suffer as rivers slowed and skies turned strange and dull. From inside the calabash, the wind spoke Anons. It warned softly, "The world needs me free. Release me, or balance will break." Anons laughed. "Balance does not buy yams," he replied. "I am the master now." That night, the calabash began to shake. Cracks spread across Anons's web. The wind pushed harder, angrier, no longer amused. With a thunderous roar, the calabash burst open. The wind exploded into the world. Storms tore through the village. Roofs flew like leaves. Trees bent and snapped. Anons was flung into the air, tangled helplessly in his own broken web. When the storm passed, the village stood silent, again this time in relief. The wind returned to the forests, the rivers, and the skies, never again allowing itself to be captured. As for Anons, he survived but smaller in spirit than before. From that day on, he hid in corners and ceilings, spinning webs and watching the world he once tried to control. And that is why the wind belongs to everyone, and why the spider lives with a story of shame woven into every web he spins. Moral: some things are too powerful to be owned. Greed can trap the clever in their own schemes.